Hello my brothers and sisters, thank you all for tuning in to another video and continuing to join me on this journey. It's an honor to be here to come to you every day and have these discussions with you guys and watch as our community builds over time. Today I want to talk about some of the songs that came out in my channel. I want to talk about the 2 songs that came out earlier this week, and I want to talk about 2 original songs that came out on my Welcome Mat album. That Welcome Mat album was kind of like my debut album that had 15 songs, all different genres, all different types of rap music, and it was kind of like Welcome Mat. It was showing you guys my versatility, and it was me coming with a big entrance. The first song I want to talk about is Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. That's a hymn song. I liked how that song turned out a lot. One of the lines from that song is, "What a blessedness, what a peace is mine." When you're leaning on these everlasting arms, when you have something greater than yourself to lean on and to support you, you feel blessed at all times. You feel like peace is yours and you're able to have internal peace and peace within everything you do. The next line I want to talk about in that song is, "What have I to dread? What have I to fear?" Similarly, if you have these everlasting arms that are supporting you, what is there to dread? What is there to fear? You know how this story ends. You know what the ending cutscene is. So until that time, live the best version of yourself. Do the best you can and be happy for every second you have on this earth. Be happy that you're able to communicate with others, to spread the positive messages, and to be yourself in this lifetime. So what is there to dread? What is there to fear? Live your life, live it out fully, and be the best version of yourself possible. The next song I wanted to talk about is As Above, So Below. That song came out yesterday. I wrote the song 2 days ago, and when I wrote it, I didn't even have a beat for it at the time. It was more like writing a poem than it was writing a song. I just found the beat afterwards, so this beat kind of fits this, what I wrote so far. Had to add one more little stanza, and boom, the song was done, recorded it the same day, made that visual video, and I gave it to you guys yesterday. I do hope you guys liked the way that song turned out. I know it was a short one. I hope I'm able to get these longer 2 to 3 minute songs out in this next week or so and start recording more music soon. The first line of that song is, "Do I believe? No, I know." That's power in believing, but it's even more powerful to know full-heartedly something, and to be able to give yourself to this thing and be like, I truly know it. It's not just a question of do I believe or not, I know. And there's power in that. It leads you to a more divine state. It allows you to find this internal peace. It allows you to not be fearful of the things around you. Another line from that song I like a lot is, "Internal searching, find your soul." You have to find your soul in this lifetime. And one of the main ways to do it is to search within yourself. Do that internal searching. Find the true version of yourself. Not the facade you put up around other people. Not what you do to give into these distractions and to get through every day. Spend some time alone. Spend some time doing internal searching and find your true self. Find your soul. The last 2 lines I want to talk about in that song, they were 2 lines back to back, and I really liked the way those came out, is, "What's a light without a glow? What's a life without a soul?" Without a glow, there is no light. You need a little glow. You need a little shine for there to be a light, something to catch your eyes. In a completely dark room, when you turn on the light, you see that glow. It's similar to a soul. What is your life if you don't have a soul? So many people have sold their souls, have given up on their true selves. They don't have a higher purpose in this life. Then what is this life for you? What is a life if you aren't attached to your soul? If you don't know your true soul self? What is your life? The next song I want to talk about is one of the original 15 songs from that Welcome Mat album. That song is Pray. One of my lines in that song is, Before I go to sleep, can't forget to pray. Before you go to sleep, don't forget to pray, guys. You should be tapped into something higher than yourself, something greater than yourself. You should be tuning into this frequency that's been here forever and giving thanks and giving praise for it. This is where you put your troubles in. This is where you ask to be the best version of yourself. This is like communicating to the oldest friend that you have in this world, your original friend. This is like talking to something that's been here forever. So before you guys go to sleep tonight, please don't forget to pray. Another line I like in that song is, your strength is in your struggle. Don't let that hold you back. It's so true. So many of us are held back because of our struggles, what we went through. But that's the thing that makes you different. That's the thing that makes you unique. That's the thing that actually gives you power and gives you strength. Because of your struggle, now you have a story. Because of your struggle, you know you have to put in more work to get to where you want to be. Because of your struggle, you are who you are. So don't let your struggle hold you back. Let your struggle be the thing to propel you forward. The last line from that song I want to talk about is, what happened to imagination? Where the magic at? So true. If you go back into the past, even if you go back to when we were younger versions of ourselves, when we were still children, or if you go back thousands of years into the past, it seems like the world was more of a magical place. But what happened? We gave up on our imagination. Our brains aren't firing the way they used to fire. Our neurons aren't clicking the way they used to click. We aren't seeing things beyond the physical realm. We aren't seeing things beyond what's actually in front of us. Instead of seeing the symbolism in everything. Instead of looking for deeper meaning, we settle for the surface area. We settle for what's sitting on the surface, and we don't try to dig deeper into these things. So we will never have the magic back if we can't get the imagination back. The last song I want to talk about today, a song that I really enjoy, is Down the Ride. If you haven't listened to that song, go check that out now. That was another one of my first 15 songs. That song is all about love and about finding your other half in this world, about finding your soulmate, the yin to your yang. In my first 15 songs, I made 2 songs that kind of stood out from the rest of the crowd, I think. One was Bubbly, and that was more about lust and love. This was Down the Ride, and that was more about soulmate and love, about a deeper connection with the person you have. One of my favorite lines from that song is, you drive me crazy, but you always make me smile. And you guys listening now, you know exactly where I'm coming from. When you find that woman that you really enjoy spending time with, when you find your soulmate, your other half, when you have a great relationship with your girlfriend or wife, that woman drives you crazy. I know she does. But through driving you crazy, you don't be complacent. You don't become settled with who you are, and you always try to be the better version of yourself. You are always propelling forward because she drives you a little bit of crazy, and she won't let you settle for where you're at. And every time you see her, no matter how crazy she drives you, she still makes you smile. And that's how you know you found your soulmate. That's when you know you found your other half. No matter how crazy she drives you, when you're with her, you're still smiling, whether externally or internally. Another line I like in that song is, when it comes to her feelings, I don't play around. We are supposed to be, and if you're a man out there listening to this, you're supposed to be the protector in this relationship. You're supposed to be the one taking care of the women and children of this world. So why are you playing around with their feelings? It's your job to make them feel secure, to make them feel safe, to make them feel good about who they are, so you get divine femininity in your woman. But you'll never get that from your woman if she doesn't feel safe and secure, and if you're always playing around with her feelings. So when you're with your significant other, make sure she knows you're happy to be with her. And don't play around with her feelings, don't play around with her head, because a lot of times it's going to come back to bite you in the long run. The last line I want to talk about in that song is, "That's my little baby, I'm gonna hold her down." And that was just some wordplay. When that song came out, Little Baby and Gunna, they were doing a lot of music together. Growing up, and in my time in high school, I listened to a lot of Lil Baby music. I listened to some Gunna music, and after that line, "That's my little baby, I'm gonna hold her down," I mentioned 3 songs that they did together. It was Drip Too Hard, it was Sold Out Dates, and it was Close Friends. So that line there was just a little wordplay to be like, and they were a perfect duo together, Lil Baby and Gunna. They did some great music as a pair together. So it was the idea, "That's my little baby, I'm gonna hold her down." And like I said, then I did some wordplay in the next 3 songs that I mentioned. And I thought, I always love adding a little bit of wordplay in my music. I always love to add that deeper layer within my music. So even when you go back and listen to it, and it's the 5th time or 6th time you listen to it, you're like, "Oh, I didn't catch that the first time. I hear what he's trying to say now." Or, "Oh, wow, that's neat. I didn't see what he was doing there." It gives the listeners a good replay value on these songs. I want to thank you all for tuning into this video. I want to thank you all for continuing to support me on this journey, and I hope I see you all in the future. I hope you all have a great night, and God bless you all.